Hi, how's it going? So here's a video of my 29 Model A Roadster. The battery went dead twice because the way I parked it, I didn't disconnect the battery and left the ignition on. I'm lucky I didn't burn my ignition module out. So this battery is a 12 volt battery, obviously, and I think it's a little bit too big than the original 6 volt battery. So I did a little research, and one thing that I found is these are studs in here. They're supposed to be studs from the factory, and these are 7/16 by 14 thread. And the studs were too short for these brackets. And from what I can find out, I think these brackets hold a square tray on here. So, and there were fine threaded nuts, probably 7/16 by 20. So I just pulled the battery tray out and pulled the old studs out. And then I put these in here. And then these are an original part, or original type part. I don't think they're original to the car. I don't know. But I just had this battery in here before with nothing really holding it, and I didn't think that was a good idea, so I fixed this, put these in here. Hopefully this will help somebody. I don't know. And then these are 5/8 head. I'm trying to do this one-handed here, and it's kind of in an awkward position. Everything's kind of awkward in this car when you're working on things. But this will help secure the battery a little bit better. And then here's the other side. It's the same thing, but you get the idea here. So I had to take the floorboard up to get the battery out. And then here, this is the Mitchell. It's got a Mitchell overdrive, and then the regular old 3-speed crash box. And this is just like a little hot rod. It's a roadster. It's got 35 wire wheels. And then I've got a convertible top, and I like it better without the top. It's pretty neat. And it's got a dropped axle, a 4-inch drop, and it's got a little bit of a rake. And then still got the stock 4-banger. I got there's an alternator on it. And then let's see, I'll open up the other side here. It's got a Weber carburetor with a aluminum intake and a custom header, and it's got a Smitty on it. It's got a high torque starter motor, and that's FS ignition. Yeah, I'm lucky I didn't smoke the module in that thing, because it says in the instructions you shouldn't leave the ignition on for more than a half hour. That's how I drain the battery. And then here's a electric fuel pump, and then this is it's a fuel pressure regulator and a filter. And then this is the only Model A I've ever seen with an oil filter like this. Usually they mount on the side here, or they're horizontal, and I don't know where that bracket came from. And then it's got a Schneider leakless water pump. And I bought the car like this. I haven't really done anything to it, just keep it running. I kind of have a love-hate relationship with this car. And then I bought a 29 front bumper and put it on the rear because I didn't really like the bumperettes, and I don't have a spare tire. Anyways, that's what AAA's for, right? I don't even have tools to change the tire. I got a toolbox in the rumble seat with everything else. And There's what's back there, just tools and some jacket. And there might be a hat in there somewhere. You always got to have a jacket with a car, with an open car, because it gets pretty cold sometimes. And then it's got juice brakes, late Ford, like 42 to 48, I guess they are. And it's got a F1 steering box. You can see that right there. And then a high torque starter motor. But yeah, it's fun to drive. It's got a, with the Mitchell, and there's a 378 rear end in it, so it'll go like 52 miles an hour. It's not a race car. I wouldn't want to go very fast in a Model A. Even if it had a flathead V8 in it or something, that's going above 60 in one of these things, I think, is pretty fast. And there's 650s in the rear, and then 600s up in front. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. It can be a headache too. I had to replace the head gasket a while back, and it took me 3 weeks to get that head off. That was a major ordeal. But it finally came off. I didn't let it kick my butt, but it wanted to. So with the battery, maybe that'll help somebody. I don't know. And so if you guys on Ford Barn see this, maybe that looks familiar. I actually, I went there in person and got that. Yeah. I'm sure I'll post it on there and some of you guys will see that. And yeah. All right. Well, you guys take care, and I'll do something in the future. All right. Bye.